It's so normal, I can't think of the alternative.
I was thinking about stages of life your mom and I have been through in our marriage and careers and things like that. And all three of you children have grew up in different, I've done over 100 interviews. And most of the people I've interviewed said, I think somebody should interview you, but I really couldn't think of anybody other than you. But I think about the stages that we've come through of work and things like that. And you grew up in one stage of our life, and Morgan grew up in the restaurant stage.
Yeah,
okay, when we had restaurants, and Colson sort of got the in between.
I'm the reason the restaurant's closed,
right.
so I'm sorry if you like them.
He tagged a little bit of the restaurants. He said, but he I don't know what, he was sort of an all, he grew up in a little bit
That's
of all
the middle
of them.
Child thing. He's sort of there and it all.
And but you mainly grew up in the television stage of this whole thing, of our of what we've done and what we've done. And it's really, when you think about the things that you, and we think about it as normal, but when you think about the things that you've done, I mean, I don't know how old you were. I don't remember how old you were, 12, 13 or whatever it was.
I just always.
You had a live TV program on the air 3 days a week.
And that's how I woke up in the morning and I did a live program, then I filmed a live program, and then I did school.
Right.
Like, that was normal.
I mean, it's really so, when you think about those things that you did, and we look at it like it was just a normal situation.
Yeah.
I mean, you kids were raised in that atmosphere. You were raised feeding 45 ministries in a week.
Yeah.
And food loading over 3 million pounds a year, and then TV stations. And at one point in this, I had over 100 TV stations. And when you think about I don't know, man, that's just it's a wild run.
It's so normal, I can't think of the alternative.
Right.
And like, even when I was going to have kids, I never wanted Carter to have a normal childhood. I wanted to pack as much in weird as I could. I want a normal childhood. It was normal to me, but once I got older, I could look back and I'd be like, y'all was kind of lame. You were at school for 8 hours? Like, that's terrible. Like, you weren't filming commercials when you were 16? What are you talking about? Like,
I think about that. I talk about Morgan, where she used to, go with Bobby and Sheila and all that filming out there with them on the road agains, and that was a big thing to do. And how you kids have all come up in these stages. And this is the thing. I'll say this on the record. I do not expect you kids to keep all the video that I have done, because it's so crazy, because from 92 everything was recorded.
Yeah.
Everything in my life been recorded. And, I think about that. But when you think about that part of your life, and you think about now, I mean, what flavor it gave you. It gave you all these experiences, life experiences that were just fascinating.
Nobody else had those.